This is the video review for Transformers Robots in Disguise Omega Prime, or if you're watching Car Robots, Super God Fire Convoy. It's basically going to be the regular Optimus and the full-size Ultra Magnus. I usually leave all of his extra bits put together as the base in the background. So basically, what first thing you want to do is you want to take this gun and rotate these pieces out, flip this piece back, flip these up so they're like that, rotate the missiles forward. You basically want to get it into this configuration like this. You can if you want, you can flip these up, whatever. But basically this type of almost kind of flying gun mode, but just like that. Set that off to the side. Take Ultra Magnus. Just go ahead and rip his legs off here. Be brutal about it. He can deal with it. But basically, you want to take the leg piece. You want to fold this connector in just like that. Take this gray panel here, open it up, pull the whole thing, flip the whole thing around, flip this in like this. Flip this whole thing, collapse it up like that. Go ahead and flip this panel out. Take this back panel, fold it up like that. Push this little piece in here. There's a peg there, hole there. Peg that together. And take this piece, flip it underneath. Set that down. Other legs, going to do the same thing. We're going to take this, going to flip the whole thing around like this. Flip this in. Collapse this whole panel up. Peg it together. Flip this panel up. Should peg together somehow. Whatever. Push this foot in. Peg it down. Flip this connector in. And flip this piece down around. And once you've done that, just like when we made Super Convoy, you want to take this foot, peg it right into there. Like that. This little blue piece pegs right there into his shin. And then this peg on the blue piece pegs right into the trailer piece there, just like that. And you'll do the same for this leg. Plug it in, peg in the foot, peg in the shin, peg in the shin guard. And there he is with some big stomping feet. If you want, you can go ahead, pull his torso up like that. Push him back. Then we're going to go back here. We're going to pull off, open up. There you go. Open up Ultra Magnus's arms. Turn him inside out like this. Rotate his hand around like this. Now we're going to do pretty much the same thing we did again with when we turned Optimus into his ultimate mode with all of his base pieces. We're going to take this. We're going to peg these pegs into these holes. Fold this up, and then you can see there's a peg on his thumb that actually pegs into Optimus Prime's fist, just like that. And then you just close this up around his forearm, just like that. Yes, yes. Do the same thing for this arm. Bring it around, hand like this. Peg it onto his arm. Flip this up. Peg it into his fist. Fold his fingers up, and then just close this whole thing around his forearm. And there are his super mode hands. Whatever, Optimus. And we're going to set that aside for a minute. Now we're going to take Ultra Magnus here. We're going to pop his chest up, lift up his head. We're going to take these two panels that we flipped out earlier, flip them down, and then flip this piece down like this. We're going to grab the front of the cab, flip it forward like this. Go ahead and fold these leg pieces back and around like that. We're going to come back here, and once again we're going to pull this around like this. Push, fold the Ultra Magnus's head so it folds through. Bring this backpack down around like this. Bring these pieces, unpeg the arms here. Bring these pieces up around and down so the angle piece here meets this angle piece on the backpack. Sit right there, flush against that. And then do the same over here. Unpeg this, flip this around so it sits flush with the backpack. And this piece you can just flip back and position it however you want. Go ahead and bring these fins back here together and push them together again like they were so they're attached together like that. Again, bring this back, and like I said, position these however you wish. I usually just bring them straight back like this, and attach them like that. And under here, we're going to leave this flipped up. Take these red pieces, flip them up like this, and make sure to fold up these panels right here. Otherwise, it won't fit properly in the combined mode. But flip those up. Then we're going to take this whole thing, and these two holes right here are going to peg onto the two pegs up there on top of his chest. And we just take this, fit it over, and once we get that lined up right, just peg it together, peg it down, and then do the same thing as we did in Super Mode. There's two tabs here on this that are going to peg into his chest. So again, make sure the pegs are in, then push this down, and you should hear it snap into place like that. It's okay if this sinks down a little bit. It's going to settle down onto where Optimus's head allows the torso to compress to. Yeah, the ankle, the hip joints are very weak. You may have to bring his hips forward at a kind of awkward angle there, at least until you figure out how to get a stability. I'm probably going to tighten those joints up here in a little bit, just to keep all that together. Again, turn Ultra Magnus' head around so it's not quite so obvious that his head's there. Just kind of tuck it down like that, and then you're gonna take this piece in the middle, flip it up, and you'll reveal his combined mode head, just like that. Fold these panels on the side out to make his chest shield, and there you have God Convoy, or Omega Prime, or whatever you want to call him, in full-on robot mode. And he's pretty impressive. He's very big, and when you have him in combined mode, once again, you push the button on his back. Well, that's not right. Oh, he's came unpegged again. When you have all this pegged together, and it stays together, if you're lucky enough to have one that will stay together, oh, come on now. Let's make sure. One thing I always hated about these car robots figures is that they never really wanted to stay together very well. Okay, and once that's pegged together, you push the button. Yeah, he says Optimus Prime Ultra Magnus Combine. And then if you and they're combined. And then if you remember earlier, I had you transform the gun a little bit. And basically the reason I wanted you to do that is because these pegs match up with these pegs here on top with these panels. So you just want to push that in, attach it to his upper body. And there he's got like a backpack gun. And now when you push the button on his back, you'll hear it says Omega Fire and a giant blast noise. So other people have found ways to attach all of Optimus Prime's base parts here onto him, like taking the feet and plugging them in down here as missile pods, and attaching the arm pieces to these blue pieces in the back and coming around his waist armor, and putting these panels on his fins. And you can do that. Just look online. You'll find some alternate transformations. I'm not going to go into all of them here. I don't think they need to be gone into here. They're all fan modes. And some, like I said, some of them can be pretty impressive. So it's worth looking at them, checking them out. But there you have it, the last of my current crop of Robots in Disguise reviews. Robots in Disguise Omega Prime.